Good day, and welcome to the SMS Pharmaceuticals Q2 FY2024 earnings conference call. This conference call contains forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as of the date of this call. These statements are not the guarantees of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. If you need assistance during the conference, please check your computer by pressing star then 0 on your desktop phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. We have with us on the call today Mr. Vamsi Krishna Kasturi, Executive Director, Mr. Lakshmi Narayana Saminiji, Chief Financial Officer, Mr. Thirumalesh Tuma, Company Secretary and Compliance Officer. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Vamsi Krishna Kasturi, Executive Director. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining the earnings conference call to discuss the financial performance for the quarter and half year ended 30th September 2023. I hope everyone must have got an opportunity to go through our financial results in the investors presentation, which has been uploaded on the stock exchange as well as our company website. I would like to begin by first wishing everyone a very happy Diwali and a prosperous New Year. We are delighted to report a robust operating performance in the second quarter for fiscal year 2024. The company recorded a year-on-year growth of 5% in revenue in Q2 FY24, amounting to rupees 167 crores, mainly attributable to the strong performance of the ARV segment. The increase in top-line revenue is primarily attributed to the substantial improvement in volume growth, as few of our business lines witnessed a notable decline in price realization due to prevailing market conditions. Based on our analysis, we expect a positive volume growth to persist in the second half of fiscal year 2024. The gross profit margin for Q2 FY24 witnessed a slight decline in comparison to the preceding quarter, primarily due to the increase in fuel and power costs. Also, there has been an increase in other expenses when comparing year-over-year figures. This was on account of increase in business development expenditure and surge in both freight rates and insurance premiums. The increase in employee costs is primarily attributed to the expansion of our workforce in response to enhanced business prospects. In Q2 FY24, our operating profits experienced a significant surge of 105% to reach rupees 28 crores. The net profit for the current quarter stands at rupees 12 crores, marking a remarkable recovery from the loss experienced in the second quarter of last fiscal year. API segment highlights. Q2 and first half of FY24 revenue for the API segment stood at 162.9 crores and 295.7 crores respectively. Q2 and first half of FY24 API segment contributed approximately 97.8% and 2.2% to the consolidated revenue respectively. Within the API segment, 13% of the revenues came from domestic market, 87% from the export market, including deemed exports, for Q2 FY24. Within the therapeutic areas, antiretroviral contributed to 21%, anti-diabetic contributed to 33%, anti-migraine contributed to around 11%, anti-ulcer 7%, anti-epileptic 1%, anti-ED around 8%, anti-inflammatory around 13%, and the rest contributed to around 2% on the total sales for Q2 FY24. Segmental highlights. The ARV segment has demonstrated a remarkable resurgence, with sales of ARVs experiencing a commendable upswing. Additionally, the tendering activity in the ARV business has also gained momentum. Ibuprofen has demonstrated a favorable month-on-month growth trend, signifying a consistent upsurge in the performance. Based on our analysis, the market landscape for ibuprofen is likely to undergo a substantial transformation in the upcoming quarters. The company has also demonstrated a robust ability to leverage existing market gaps in the ibuprofen market, thereby strategically positioning itself in a favorable manner. Sitagliptin has demonstrated a healthy performance and is expected to sustain the positive momentum in the forthcoming quarters. Our company has significant foothold in the European market with a substantial 40% market share for the API in this specific product. The primary factor contributing to decline in revenue share generated by the anti-diabetic product line is price erosion. Nevertheless, it's imperative to acknowledge that the volume growth has showcased commendable resilience, consistently progressing in an upward manner. Furthermore, it is crucial to take into account the high base effect given the exceptional performance by this segment in Q2 FY23. It is also important to note that the anti-diabetic portfolio has demonstrated a sequential increase in its quarterly share. The company has also strategically implemented a backward integration strategy in order to safeguard and enhance the profitability of the diabetic product line. The anti-ulcer segment has proven to be one of the country's most robust since its inception, and we are pleased to report that its growth remains strong and in this particular segment. The segment is anticipated to maintain its growth momentum in the upcoming quarters. Now coming to the business outlook, broadly speaking, the major revenue contributors will continue to be anti-diabetic, ARV, anti-inflammatory, anti-migraine, and anti-ulcer medication. The company's new product launch pipeline exhibits a strong and promising outlook. Our current capacity utilization is within the range of 50 to 60%. By end of FY25, we anticipate making a progress towards crossing the capacity utilization rate of around 75%. Looking ahead for a full fiscal year, we anticipate maintaining the gross margins and EBITDA margins in a similar level as those achieved in the first half of FY24, assuming there are no significant escalations in geopolitical issues. Our products are strategically positioned to effectively cater to the escalating demand for the APIs and intermediates both in domestic markets and across international borders. We maintain steadfast in our dedication to the continuous development of innovative products in cutting-edge technologies, thereby ensuring our sustainable competitive advantage. We have consistently demonstrated a steady improvement in operating performance since Q2 FY23 onwards, and we maintain a prudent level of optimism regarding the potential continuation of the favorable trend in the upcoming quarters. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 at this time. The first question is from the line of Viraj Shah from Shah Investment. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi sir. Good morning. Congratulations on the set of numbers. So what are the primary factors that have led to the strong performance of the company in the second quarter? Could you throw some color on that side?
Yes, I mean, as I was mentioning in the speech, right, I think major would be the ARV segment that has picked back up. And also our ibuprofen, which has been, the volumes have been increasing month on month sequentially. Every month our production capacity has increased and, our sales also have been increasing month on month. So these are the two primary factors, major factors contributing to a higher Q2 numbers.
Okay. And sir, does company intend to supply to pharmaceutical innovators, or do we have any steps to enter? Contract research and manufacturing services in the short term?
See, at this point of time, I think we are majorly focused on the generic space, the generic drugs. But definitely, I think down the line, that is the thought process. As I mentioned in the last call as well, I think we are definitely looking at some niche categories and, niche segment CDMO opportunities as well. So we are in discussions with a couple of customers, but, nothing is finalized yet. But, as on date, we are currently looking at major revenues coming from the generic APIs.
I understood. And sir, one more question. Could you provide information on any upcoming projects or product launches or CapEx expansion that the company is planning to be?
So there is no major CapEx expansion. Okay, there is small, regular CapEx expansion, but nothing major as planned. So we just want to, consolidate and, because we just finished our major expansion of ibuprofen. So we just want to consolidate and then maybe from there on, as I was mentioning in my call, I think by FY25 we are expecting to have at least 75% occupancy. So from there on, we would like to, kick on from there. But yeah, so there is no major this thing, and product list is it's a continuous work, and we have a good lineup of products coming. So once they are closer to commercial, we'll keep you informed.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much. That was helpful.
Thank you. A reminder to participants, please press star and 1 to ask a question. Question is on the line of Payata from Billion Securities. Please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for the opportunity. I have 3 questions. First question is, could you please provide trajectory of the company's revenue growth and profitability for H2 FY24 and FY25?
Yeah, so we are anticipating a similar trend actually, because there is severe pressure from the pricing, the factors I mentioned in my speech. So there is severe price pressure. So that's the reason margins compared to previous quarters have been a little on the downside. But generally in terms of top line and in terms of our projects being commercialized, I think we are in a good shape, and I think like a similar first half of FY24, we expect a similar trend in the top line going. And maybe definitely I think we are expecting 10 to 15% growth also going forward.
Okay, so my next question is on what is your strategic vision for the company's goal over the next 2-3 financial years?
So see, next 2-3 financial, if this sort of trend continues, I think probably by this year we will be doing our all-time high sales in terms of revenue, SMS since its inception. So if this trend continues, we are planning to add more projects, more products, and definitely I think, as explained to the previous caller, I think we are looking at CDMO opportunities, with selected companies, and we are working on few other select opportunities. And definitely I think, and adding new products, and we anticipate a growth of around 15% year on year.
Okay, so my last question is could you please offer insights on what cost optimization measures as a company has been taken care of?
So most of our R&D spend that we do is on backward integration. So we do not, obviously we develop new products, but significant portion of our R&D spend is working on backward integration on some of the major products that we are currently in the market, where we are the market leaders. We work on optimization, how to save cost and things like that. So that's where our major focus as a company is right now.
Okay, sir, that's quite helpful. Thank you so much. Wishing you all a very happy Diwali.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Anyone who wishes to ask a question at this time, they may please press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Aditi Sawant from ADM Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much for the opportunity and a very good morning. So my first question is, I want to understand how is our approach towards addressing pricing pressure in the industry right now? And can you just share some insight on our currency hedging strategy?
So we are unable to hear you.
Sorry. So I think price pressure is a very broad term, actually. So I think probably everyone, all the players in the industry are experiencing similar price pressure. Because see, I think in last year China was shut down. So there was, limited competition, but now once the Chinese has opened up, so, pricing pressure from domestic as well as, companies from abroad, both, it's actually taking a toll, but we expect it to, ease a little once their existing stocks have been liquidated, and, we expect it to ease a little, maybe going into FY25. So for now, I think, our major focus is to protect our customers and, make sure that, we service them at the highest level and make sure that, the customer satisfaction is there, and both there probably could be a short-term price pressure, but we think that eventually it will ease out. But we wouldn't, the main target is to probably protect our customers and make sure that, we service them.
Okay, got it. And are we taking any initiatives to, expand into value-added product segments?
Yes, definitely. I think your company is definitely, we are not only into commodity products like ibuprofen or ARVs, but we are into a very niche segment also, like the anti-migraine segment. So where the market share in US in some of our products is more than 60%. So, we are already present in some of the niche segments. So we are trying to strike a balance between both commodity and the niche segment. And definitely, I think there are some good products in our pipeline that cater to this segment as well, where, the volumes are very small, like few kgs in a year, but, the realization will be much bigger. So we are trying to strike a balance between both of them.
Okay, got it. That was helpful, sir. Thank you so much, and wish you all a very happy one.
Thank you so much. Wishing you the same.
Thank you. Reminder to participants, please press star and one to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Kushal Parekh from Design Investments. Please go ahead.
Yeah. I just have a few questions. You all have mentioned 1,000 crores revenue by FY28 for paints. So how do we plan?
Sorry, repeat that question, please.
Kushal, can you please repeat the question? Your voice was not very clear. Hello, Kushal, are you on the line? So it seems there is no response on the line. We will move to the next participant. The next question is from the line of Yug Mehta from AP Capital. Please go ahead. Yug, your line is unmuted. Yes, you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, am I audible? Yeah. How does the company strategize its supply chain operations in response
Sorry, you please use the handset. You're not speaking clear.
Yeah, now am I audible?
Yes, go ahead, please.
How does the company strategize its supply chain operations in response to challenges imposed by global disruptions and uncertainties?
See, I think at this point of time, there is obviously price pressure, but apart from that, I don't think there is any disruption at this point of time with respect to raw materials and, any disruption in the supply chain. So we are comfortably able to negotiate a good pricing and, some of our key products, we've already locked in our, supply for the next one full year. So I think more or less we are sort of covered going forward. I mean, right now we do not anticipate any major disruption in the market with respect to the supply chain. But if there's any major changes in any geopolitical situation, I think we will take the required course of action. But at this point of time, I think our team is in a good position, negotiating good cost for the company.
Okay. How does the company distinguish itself from its competitors with regards to its product and market positioning?
So product offerings, typically, company is, first thing, the company is a very old company, it has a very good database of customers who've been with us who've traveled with us since many years. They know SMS, the quality of product that SMS, offers in the market. and obviously the prices that SMS offers also, because I think we are one of the leading player in almost like 5-6 categories. We are one of the largest products in the world. So people know that, where SMS is really strong, some of these volume products where, we can really get a good costing structure, be it ranitidine, be it, ibuprofen, and, that's where we are right now. So, people actually realize SMS is a very strong competitor in some of these projects. So, I mean, we have a very strong established customer database that has been achieved over the last 35 years. So, that's probably our advantage, I would say, is that, it's not a new company that, where we have to find immediate customer base, but, these are the customers, and we're present in more than 80 countries across the world, and, we've got a very, very decent and a loyal customer base. So I think that's where our advantage is.
Thank you. Reminder to our participants, please press star and 1 to ask a question. The question is from the line of Neelam Punjabi from Citi. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. I have a couple of questions on ibuprofen business. So, could you highlight what's the current capacity that you are running at, and what's the capacity utilization of ibuprofen?
So right now, our current installed capacity is around 750 metric tons per month.
And what's the utilization as of now?
Right now, I think we are currently doing around 250 to 300 tons per month.
Got it. Okay.
Almost around 44%.
Understood. And what's the target for the capacity utilization over the next couple of years?
So I think our target is, we will be hitting the 600 ton mark maybe in a year or so from now. I think less than a year, I think we should probably be hitting in 2 or 3 quarters. I think we should be hitting the 600 ton, 650 ton range actually. So then we will try and see how are we positioned, based on the market dynamics, and try to see if we want to increase the capacity going forward.
Got it. And are we selling ibuprofen in the domestic market, or are we also exporting it?
No, we're doing both. Our customers in the US, Europe have started getting approvals. We've already started commercial sales in the US. We've already started commercial sales in Europe. We've already started sales in ROW markets, like, we've already started selling material in countries like Thailand, Afghanistan, and, some African countries. And obviously, domestic market is a very big market for us, obviously, because it was dominating our current, until we had approvals from the US and Europe. I think our major push was in the domestic market. So we still retain that domestic market, and these are all additional businesses coming in.
Understood. Okay. And lastly, you had mentioned a couple of quarters back that the ibuprofen realization for us had about 700 rupees per kg. So is it largely stable at that level?
Yeah. More or less it is stable at that level. 10-20 rupees here and there, but yeah, more or less it's around that range. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone who wishes to ask a question at this time, please press star and 1. The next question is from the line of Pasani from K Advisors. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for the opportunity. Sir, I had a few questions on ibuprofen, which some of them just related to the just kind of one follow-up question. Were the margins lower on a sequential basis because of the increase in ibuprofen sales volume?
No, we do not believe so. Actually, the margins have been increasing on a monthly basis because some of the key materials we are already looking at backward integration on ibuprofen. So, and we are looking at better process optimization. And actually, to be honest with you, I think as we go month on month, quarter on quarter, actually our margins are improving actually on ibuprofen.
Okay, great. Yeah, that is it for now. I will get back. Thank you very much. And
Thank you.
Thank you. next question is from the line of Viraj Shah from Shah Investments. Also, participants, please press star and one to ask questions.
Hello. Am I audible?
Viraj, please go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you for the follow-up. Sir, what are the reasons behind the sharp fall in the revenues from anti-diabetes segment?
So there is no sharp fall in revenues. Definitely, I think volume has picked up, but obviously, I think as I'm mentioning, there is a lot of price pressure on anti-diabetic. So there is no fall in the volumes as such, and we still hold around 40% market share in US, in Europe on that particular product. But it is like the revenues has fallen on that particular category is because of pricing pressure that that our partner wanted to make sure that we retain that market share. So it is mostly on the pricing pressure that we are doing it, but definitely not in terms of the volumes.
Okay, understood. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is on the line of Shigar Shah from AK Securities. Please go ahead.
Hi. Sir, I have a couple of questions. First one is on the ARV division. So ARV division has significantly contributed to the total revenue. So is this growth sustainable, and could you provide more details regarding the strategies and endeavors that you implement in order to support the growth and progress of this particular segment?
Definitely. See, I think ARV space is something very special to us because I think there are 2-3 products where we are really very strong in the ARV space, and because of COVID and a few other reasons, the tendering process got delayed. But I think now the tendering process is completed. So we hope that it's a steady, stable sales and stable orders that we are receiving from our customers. And for till March and beyond also we have visibility at this point of time. And definitely we think this will be a good segment for SMS because we are not into finished formulation on this particular ARV space. So we are in a very niche segment where our size of company on ARV APIs, I think we are the only company that is handling just API sales, not having any formulation sales, just the API sales on this ARV space. So we have a niche. So definitely, I think we are working with a lot of other companies as well to try and see if we can, push some of these products into their products.
Correct. And just a follow-up question on this, and what kind of margins do you expect in this segment?
So mostly, see here we are looking few products with sales, few products with CMO. So CMO, it's hardly like the margin is very limited, but because of the volume and it's more of a commodity rather than a high margin product. So it's probably a good thing that we have a good stable top line on this product, and we will be able to cover some good overheads and some fair margins. So you cannot expect big margins like some of our own products, but this is being a CMO, this will be decent margin for us.
Okay, got it. And lastly, do we intend to increase the percentage of API revenue derived from domestic markets in the coming years?
I think, we've always been, when we say domestic market, right, I think right now, I think just to give some clarity, I think our distinct revenues are like almost 87% from exports, including exports actually. So technically, out of that, I think 87% major is to India, but end market will be US. So technically speaking, we are selling in India, but it will be re-exported. The combination will be done and re-exported to US or Europe or any other regulated countries. But we are keeping it this way because all our plants are USA FDA approved and UGMP approved, and we've got good regulations. Definitely, when there's a good opportunity in the domestic market, we have good sales on some of the products that we're doing. Like ibuprofen, we have good sales in the domestic market. So product by product, we will decide based on margins, based on which product that we'll be able to offer in the domestic market.
Got it. That answers. Thank you, sir. Wish you a happy Diwali.
Thank you. Wish you the same.
Thank you. A reminder to participants, please enter star and one to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Sushil Parekh from the Investments. Please go ahead.
Yeah. So thanks for giving me the opportunity. I have a few questions. So firstly, what are present pricing trends for ibuprofen, and what is the projected market perspectives for this product?
So pricing pressure, especially on commodity products, definitely always exists because, there is some change in the market, it will quickly react. So for sure it will be there market pressure, but, as I was mentioning to a previous caller that, our aim is to try and see how best we can, backward integrate and try and see how better to improve our margins, parallelly while we see how best we can try and capture a significant market share in ibuprofen.
Okay, fair enough. And secondly, as per my knowledge, the company's current operational structure does not exhibit a significant degree of backward integration in relation to the production of ibuprofen. So do we have any plans to undertake the same, and how will it impact our cost effectiveness?
Sorry, could you repeat that?
As per my knowledge, the company's current operational structure does not exhibit a significant degree of backward integration in relation to the production of ibuprofen.
Correct.
So do we have any plans to undertake the same, and how will it impact our cost effectiveness?
So I've already mentioned to the previous caller, so I think we are looking at backward integration on ibuprofen as well. So we have plans devised and plans in place to make sure that we increase our margins going forward on ibuprofen. So in quarter on quarter we are already doing that, and we'll continue to do that on ibuprofen.
Okay, fair enough. And next one is, given that ibuprofen currently accounts for the majority of the sales volume, how do you intend to mitigate the risk from the same? Hello?
Yes, could you please repeat that question again?
Yeah, given that ibuprofen currently it accounts for the majority of the sales volume, so how do you intend to mitigate this risk?
No, it is not the major contributor still. It is one of the top 4 performing products of SMS. It is definitely not the top product. I mean, it's a commodity product, and definitely, it's a good product, probably will not be any risk mitigation on some of our top products. The only this thing is, with respect to territories, we are trying to see if we can get into as many territories as possible to mitigate the risk in the product. But definitely, we definitely will not be able to replace ibuprofen with something else.
Okay. So, fair enough, sir. Thank you. That answers my question, and happy Diwali to you.
Thank you. Wish you the same.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be our last question for today. We now hand the conference over to Mr. Vamsi for closing comments. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, everyone, for joining this call. We see strong growth potential in both domestic and international markets, and we are well positioned to capitalize on these opportunities. We are also committed in investing in our business to ensure that we continue to innovate and grow. Please reach out to our IR consultants, SGA, or us directly should you have any further queries. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of SMS Pharmaceuticals Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us. You can now disconnect your lines.